Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a long time. I wanted to make some updates on the Trunda run that I did yesterday night. I did hit the 20 billion damage and I'm pretty happy with it. It's currently ranked 2 in the world, but I'm sure it won't last long. The competition is quite there and we are all battling to improve our score. So let's just dive into the new builds and I will share along the way some tip and tricks on the composition and on the cycle throughout the run. So let's start with Trunda. So previously I was running her in 6-piece Merciless and 2 Zeals, but I've been quite lucky with the chest in Lava Arena and did manage to gain some pretty good pieces for the bottom part, at least. At least I have main attack percent with crit damage. The triple roll resistance is deceiving. So you want to have 6-piece Zeal and then you want to stack 2 pieces Merciless for the accessories. That way you gain attack and crit damage. And you want either 1-piece Pinpoint, and if you can have 1-piece Feral, it's even better. And why is that? Is because on the stat you want on Trunda. So basically you want Trunda to be slow. Mine is quite fast, but if I could lose 15 or 20 speed, I would gladly do it to gain more attack, more crit damage, or even more accuracy. Because the 3 main stats that you want once you have reached your 70 crit rate is crit damage, which is the #1 stat that you want. You want as much crit damage as you can. Then you want attack, and the third one is accuracy. The more accuracy you have, the more damage you will gain. If you have the correct gemstone in your relic. So for the relic, I'm using the coronet, and I'm using the purple triangular stone that gives me more damage based on my accuracy. That's why I was telling you that you want accuracy in your build. And for the other gemstone, you want, if you have it, if you are lucky like me, you want the red mythical one that gives 10% more damage on the boss. For the blessing, it's still Nature's Wrath, and for the mastery, you can just copy this. Then, let's talk about Fyna. So Fyna, for the masteries, let's just do that. You don't want to take Lasting Gift. I think on my previous video, I think Fyna had still Lasting Gift, but you don't want it. And the reason why you don't want it is when you will apply the buffs, so the 6 buff on Trunda, you don't want them to be on 3 turn. You just want them on 2 turn. This way you can lose them faster. And when you lose the buff, with the 2 bonus faction allies, you will gain 10% turn meter by each buff that you will lose. So if you lose just the 6 buff from Fyna, you will gain 60% turn meter on Trunda. And that will allow you to cycle faster on Trunda and to be able to either kill the living head before they attack you again, or blast on the decapitated head faster. So this will help a lot, really a lot. And on the relic, you want the Journal of Necrotos. This didn't change with the gem that boosts the turn meter. And you want Trunda to be in 9-piece protection and as fast as possible. Mine is almost 400 speed. And after you hit the speed you want, you stack HP and defense and resistance. The rest is irrelevant, almost. You need to keep in mind that you want Fyna to be able to be at least, but faster is better. You want to Fyna to be at least 2 times faster than your Trunda. So mine is at 200-ish speed. So Fyna needs to be at 400-ish speed. Then on Islin and Firrol, it's the same idea for both of them. You want them in 9-piece protection and you want them fast. So my Islin and my Firrol are not as fast as I want them to be, but I don't have that much good roll speed on my protection pieces. Ideally, if I could put them at 350 speed without the bonus from the Great Hall, that would be perfect. Islin has some decent multiplier also, so if you can build him in with some damage, so some defense, 70% crit rate, and some crit damage, that's perfect. But you need the accuracy and the speed first to land the decreased speed and provoke on the head. On the relic, there is literally no impact. The blessing is in cruelty, and here are the masteries if you want to take a look at it. So let's jump to Firrol. Firrol is the same, so masteries. Cruelty also. The relic is non-relevant. If you can just put... I think I put this one just for the heal in case the HP dropped below 50, and mainly because there is a circular gem inside, so I can put the increased turn meter effect. And so is also in 9-piece protection, fast. Like I said, if I could hit the 350, I would be happy. And some resistance, accuracy, and tankiness. And so now let's dive into Deliana. So Deliana is in curse set with some damage. That's pretty much it. You want curse set if you can build her close to 70% crit rate with decent amount of HP and crit damage once you have hit the accuracy and resistance caps. That's perfect. You don't need to put her at 350 speed, because if you take lots of turn on Deliana, you will probably by the end of the run have lost like 1 or 2 big nukes on Trunda. So if you can avoid that, that's perfect. And there is one tip with Deliana. There is 2 actually. The first one is sometimes you don't want to put the X on, let's say, the mischief head. That way, Trunda, when she will counter attacks, she won't kill the heads, for instance. So if you don't want to do that, the best action to take is not to use the A1, neither the A3, but to use the A2. Ideally on the heads that don't have the block buff, or if you have the block buff, make sure you don't have the X. That way you won't spread the X. And the second tip is on the A3. If you can put the block buff with Firrol and keep this skill up with Deliana to use it when the heads are all dead, that's perfect. And the reason why is, let's say you didn't put the block damage on Trunda because you needed to wait and gain some temporization, etc. during the run. And Trunda gets hit by a head and loses like 15% HP. Once you have killed all the heads, before Trunda nukes again, you can put her back to full life with the A3, because you will heal all allies by 5% for each block buffs you put, so maximum 20% max HP as a heal. And if Trunda is full life, she benefits at 100% of the zeal sets that you put on her, so maximum damage. And last but not least is Belanor. Belanor, you want him in 9-piece Firrol, fast. I think I'm quite happy with the build right now. Obviously, if I could have 70% crit rate, more crit damage, that would be good. But regarding the speed, the accuracy, and the tankiness, I didn't have any issue at all throughout the run. So, fine by me. So 9-piece Feral on Belanor. The relic, I did put the golden elixir to gain some tankiness and some healing when the HP drops below 50%. And once again, the circular gemstone that increased the turn meter effect. And there is one tip with Belanor, is that you don't need to use the second skill on the heads while they are living. And the reason why, there is two, actually. The first one is if you have the counter attack on Trunda, and you did put the decreased defense and the weaken, when Trunda will counter attack, she will kill heads. The mischief cannot survive a counter attack from Trunda if there is decreased defense and weaken. The torment head cannot either. The blight head cannot either. The rest of them, sometimes they can. So you don't need to put the decreased defense and the weaken. While they are alive, you keep it. You just do A1, A3, whatever. And you don't even need the decreased defense and the weaken to kill the heads with Trunda once she stacks. You just blast through everything as long as you hit blue or green affinity heads. That is not the tanky one. What's her name? I forgot, but you get the idea. If you hit the mischief, the blight, the torment head, you will kill everything. For the people that likes big numbers, with those stats on my Trunda, I think the maximum damage I've seen on the splash was like 425 million by head. I mean, yeah, that was it. 425, yeah. So that's good. Maybe someday I will reach the 500 million, hopefully. And that's pretty much it. There is two more things I want to talk about with you. Let's say you don't have those two gemstones for now. There are some people that run another relic instead of the coronet. And the relic is the scroll of the unseen. Why? Because first of all, regarding the stats, the scroll of the unseen is better. Why? Because you gain some crit damage. Regarding the effects, the boss will give you 30% more damage. Once you have leveled up the scroll of the unseen and you have the same speed relation between Trunda, Fyna, Firrol, etc., you will reach the 30% bonus on Trunda. And you have two circular gemstones, so you can put two boss layer or two the one that increases the turn meter effect. I don't think there is other circular gemstones that are useful on Trunda and on increasing damage. So if you have two boss layer, you can just put the two boss layer in the Scroll of Unseen and go for that. I think it's even a better option than the Cornet in that case. And the second thing I want to talk with you is regarding the blessing. So as you can see, I'm far away from the full 6-star blessing team. And what I wanted to share is that you need one intimidating presence in your team and the rest in cruelty. And the intimidating presence is mandatory and is more important than the cruelty, because the cruelty gain is minimum. You will not gain hundreds and hundreds million damage bonus with the cruelty. I did some math. I won't share it with you because it's just some numbers in Excel, but the gain is very, very minimum. So you need one 6-star intimidating presence and then just cruelty. And on the cruelty, just stack it on the heads that you will hit initially with the A2 from Trunda. You don't need to stack it on other heads because you will already ignore 100% of the defense. And I think that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a full run of the comp next week, or if you want to have some Chimera guide or anything else. Wish you a good day. Bye-bye.